Saudi Arabia, and we're about to see another big-time fight here at Kingdom Arena. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford. Terrence "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at... And it's the king, Amir King Khan. He's both...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and...
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. No rest for the weary. Do you want to know what it feels like to have Terrence Crawford hit you below the belt? Well, just ask Amir Khan. That's what happened the first time they fought, as Khan had to retire.
What a fight it was. It was bubbling to be an unbelievably interesting, intriguing fight. Crawford still is fast. He's still as slick, still as powerful. Now Amir Khan knows this guy can put the pressure on. So I've either got to jump on him early and throw it all in for 5 rounds, or exactly the same thing's going to happen all over again.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Good punch. Both men step back for just a moment. That one lands. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope that
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Caution being thrown to the wind. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. The bell rings and we start the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Missing with the hook. Punch, counter punch. The face is telling the story from that jab. How about that time counter shot? They're both trying for a knockout. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Barry, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give them anything.
Here we go to the fourth round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. Beautiful counter punch. That jab won't score. There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. Do you believe what we're seeing? When are we going to see a jab from these two? He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pop areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Miss with that jab. Can't land that jab. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. Good defense there with that left hook. Swing and a miss with that jab. They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they...
And there's the bell for round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punch. Counter shot lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great round, great round.
Here comes round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put it.
Good round. I like that.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice counter. Insane action. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Punch, counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Every time, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics.